I wanted to talk a little bit about these gear forums. One in particular, it used to be called Gear Sluts. Now it's called Gear World, Gearspace. That's what it's called. Uh, you got to be careful with a lot of these places. I mean, it's a great idea to uh, exchange ideas and have conversations with people. I think you can talk to anybody as long as you're respectful. But some of these things, they, especially that one, I won't post there anymore. I look at it just to see what's new out there. But I remember one time somebody came out with a 500 series module that had RCA inputs and quarter-inch inputs on the front, so unbalanced. And then you plugged it in, and it would create a balanced signal, coming out of the back. And at that time, I was a distributor for Fredenstein, and Fredenstein made a module that did exactly like that. And I think it was like $200 or $150. It was very cheap. And some other company came out with that. And my comment was, why come out with something that is basically the same as someone else? And it really doesn't add or subtract from the sound. It's just a utilitarian, thing. And I got so many people angry at me for just saying that. And one guy in particular was just relentless. He just kept on, I hate people like you. This isn't good. And I'm just commenting that it's there. Why don't you take the effort to make something more creative, something more interesting than something that just takes a balanced signal, a 500 series, module. In the end, I had to find out who the heck was this guy that was giving me such a hard time. And he had everybody just giving me a hard time. I found out he was friends with one of my clients, and I called my client. I said, can you get him to stop? And he called him and told him, listen, George is a good guy. He doesn't mean anything bad by any comment, he said. And finally the guy withdrew his comments and everything was fine. But that kind of soured me to, making any comments on that forum. And then another time, I thought it would be interesting to have a 500 series modules database. And so I bought the name 500seriesmodules.com, and I started creating a database of 500 series modules, any of them, not to sell, just so somebody could go there and find everything in one place. I mean, there used to be one Lunchbox Hero, but that kind of just it went up to a certain point, and then the guy stopped updating it. So I thought I'd do this by myself, and it was all by myself, all the time. And it took me, a long time to do this. And then when I went to announce it on that forum, they said, "Oh, can't do that. You're trying to steal people away from this forum." I'm going, all it is a reference. So I'm not advertising on it. All I'm doing is putting one single spot, one place that's neutral, that everybody can. And they said, if you do it again, you'll be banned and you can't do this anymore. I was like, oh my God. So, and I remember even another time with that forum, I decided, well, let me do some advertising for, my company, the Studio Logic Sound, when I sold pro audio gear. And so I bought a month's worth of advertising. I had the banners made, and they were all animated and that. And they gave me updates weekly, how many people were seeing the banner and how many people were clicking on it. And I think at the end of the month, it was something like 140,000 people had seen the banner, and like 40 or 50,000 clicked on it. But I didn't get one single sale, not even an inquiry on any of the gear that I had on the website. And I thought, well, if I could get some, 2 or 3 sales, maybe I'd make enough money, because it was like $1,400 for a month. I thought I'd get enough money that I could continue advertising on it. But not one single thing happened. And that always struck me as curious, that not one single person asked about any gear that I had up there. But the point of what I'm saying is, these forums, you got to be careful, the people that are on there and the feedback that you're getting. So, for me, you can Google my name and you can find out who I am. But that was my comment for that.